It was about a year after my dad passed away when the pandemic hit the globe. I was struggling with my son, him being able to vocalize his emotions and for us to be able to communicate our needs to one another. I went to our primary care physician. They recommended that we reach out to MultiCare Behavioral Health.
Our primary goal is to build empowerment and resiliency in families so that we're preventing larger, more severe mental health problems down the line.
We support the families and young children together in ways that are aligning with their cultural beliefs and values.
What the families have in common right now is really, I think, fallout from COVID. There's more anxiety, more depression, more behavior problems.
We've seen an increase in generalized anxiety, just fear of the world, increase on social anxiety, depression, suicide ideation, suicide attempts.
Their sense of safety has been shifted. Parents have never parented in pandemic before, so it's been through strong partnership and really creative problem solving that we have really survived and really done well during this pandemic.
In the past, the kids that struggled the most at the schools were often those close to the poverty line, oftentimes those of color. So when we went into lockdown, those kids suffered even greater. And so the gap got wider. So there is a lot of cleanup to do right now to get those kids back on track.
Individuals with special needs, I think, have been extremely marginalized by COVID. Children who would typically be in special education 8 hours a day with people who are trained to meet their unique needs have not been able to do that. And then the parents, I think, have been also extremely marginalized because many of them have not been able to work because they don't have a safe place for their children to be, where they know that they're being cared for.
You know, sometimes we just don't know the impact that we're having in the moment. We see the progress, but you just don't know the lasting impact. And I'm a firm believer that sometimes it just takes one person to make a difference in someone's life.
You know, it's been private therapy for Ryker in addition to family counseling, and really family support has been the biggest thing. Probably about a year into his therapy and counseling, I started receiving letters from the principal of his school as well as his teacher, them just ranting and raving about how great he's doing and the amount of change that they've seen over the last year at that time. The support has just been fantastic, you know, teaching me positive parenting, teaching me how to communicate clearly to my son, and teaching him how to communicate with me as well as others.
During the pandemic, we have really prioritized supporting caregivers and parents, because they are the ones who are in the role of protecting and keeping babies safe. Supporting caregivers have really stabilized the family system, and within that, the young children have been protected in that way. When donors are investing in our program, they're really investing in our future, all of our future.
An investment in mental health is the most important thing that we can do for the stability of our community.
We can't do enough, right? There isn't enough resources in Pierce County and the state of Washington to be able to do what we need to do. It's vital that that donors can continue to contribute to enable us to do our work.
They're helping real people. They're helping single moms with young children. They're helping families in crisis and in need of support.
Sometimes we're their lifeline, and it is vital that we're able to continue to do the work that we do.
Let's start at the root of the problem, which is usually mental health. Put the resource there so that we don't have to do all the ripple effects down the line.
You know, it's important for our society, for our children, for us, for you, for me, for the doctors who serve us, for everyone. It's important for the success of our future as a world, as a globe. Thank you to everyone who has touched our lives and has been there to support us. We really appreciate it, and we definitely didn't take it for granted.
I have a letter that one of my clinicians received recently from a client that she had 2 years prior. She reached out and said, "I was a client of yours some years ago. Since we parted our ways, I've thought about how you helped me over the years. You were amazing to me, and I appreciate all the support, kindness, and understanding you gave me in every session. Being able to talk to you every session will be the highlight of my week, and I just wanted you to know how much of an impact you made on my life. You're truly one of a kind, and I'll cherish all the moments we had forever. Those sessions we had saved my life and truly have stuck with me to this day. I just wanted to reach out and say thank you for everything." that's why we do what we do.